Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is OVERDUE. I film about faith, marriage, relationship, healing, lifestyle, and every other thing the Lord drops in my heart. And I film here in Ibadan, Nigeria. Yes. So guys, today's video, it's about the trending topic. Everybody knows what is happening to, or what happened rather, to Mrs. NWACHUKWU, the Ekweme woman. And I think I woke up to that news. It was on Saturday, on Sunday, and I've just had to bottle up a lot of things in my heart because just last week I had a good conversation with my mother-in-law. Guys, before, I don't know, I really do not know. Let's just okay, welcome back guys, because this whole thing is still like, it's still like a dream to me. Since yesterday I've just been playing her music, the Ekweme song, and hearing her parts yesterday while I was in the kitchen getting set for the day. I was just crying when I heard her singing, and I was just imagining when she sang this song, what was going through her mind. Was she happy? Because it was someone that was pouring out her heart, even though it's Igbo. I really do not understand Igbo, but I knew she was pouring out her heart to God. I knew she was singing to God, praising God. But in deep inside that woman, she wasn't happy maritally. And really, singles are at advantage, seeing this kind of video, and so many people that have been talking, trying to advocate. Please, singles, watch before you leave. So you people should be careful the kind of person you end up with, because trust me, these signs are always there. I'm sure I was talking to someone, and the person was like, she must have seen this sign before they got married, right? The person was like, she must have seen this sign before they got married. And I thought about it, that yes, except if the marriage was arranged, maybe probably during Christmas festivity. Please, Igbos, I'm sorry, but I have friends that are Igbos, and I had a friend before, and she was already banking on, okay, we are going home this December, and I know my sisters are going to hook me up with somebody to get married to. So I think it happens like that sometimes. So I was not thinking maybe that was her situation. Possibly, I do not know the full story. I don't know if she had time of courtship with this man, which I'm sure, I tell people, character is like pregnancy that cannot be hidden. I do not get. This thing must have played out in a way or two. My pastor and I got talking. I had to reach out to my pastor. I was like, what is this? What is happening? What's the church doing about this? And he told me something. He said, see, was there no time of courtship? At least as Christians, we're advised to have that time of courtship. But a lot of us, we are carried away by I love you, I kiniko. That is just what we want to hear. We see those signs, but we ignore. And he said, okay, imagine a single lady and her guy, maybe they are going out on a date or whatever. They're going out there in a car or something, and the conductor might be at fault. Maybe the conductor refused to give them change, or he spoke to them rudely, and the guy was like, what is wrong with you? Are you stupid? Are you this? Are you that? The lady might be smiling, wow, he's fighting for me. You are not seeing that as signs, right? You're not seeing that as someone that can be abusive, right? You don't see that as someone that can be abusive and take advantage of you in different ways, or it gets to a point where they have to start fighting or something. See that my man really stood up for me. But babes, that is a red flag for you. I don't know, but still go on with such relationship. Is it a die? Is it a what's that thing? What's that thing they usually say? Is it like, must it just be that you're in a relationship? I know some people, they feel and they can't stay alone for so long. I don't understand. I really do not understand. And it's such people that just end up with anybody that comes their way. Please, singles, watch in the name of God, because marriage is a lifetime thing. And as Christians, we know it's in the scripture. Don't listen to anything that anybody is telling you that divorce, they should start talking about. Divorce is really not an option. God hates divorce, and it's in the scripture. If you are a child of God, you take your time, you dedicate your time to the scripture, you would understand. And that is why this video and other people that are trying to talk to you guys about this is coming out. Please, please, and please, and please, I'm begging you in the name of God. Before you say you are getting married to anybody, make sure you know that person very well. Make sure you take your time. I see most singles, most ladies, right? It's only men that do that. You see a man who take his time to study, know the family that lady is coming out from, know things about that lady. But we will just sit as if we are being, it's a favor. The man is doing us a favor, getting married to us. So we don't even do any research. We don't know anything about his background. I'm talking too fast. I'm angry, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, we don't know anything about the guy's background. We just sit down. He's the one that does every other thing. And you see some men don't even end up getting married to those women. They'll say, no, I saw this in our background. If it's in our background, it can play out when we get married, and I do not want that. But we ladies, we just stay like that. Is anything that comes, anything that comes, anything goes. Yes, anything goes. We just take it that is your lot. You take it like that. Please, in the name of God, it's not. There are 1,001 guys out there that see, if this one does not do, as long as you see that this one, the attitude is right and is a child of God, because me, I won't advise you not to get married to someone that does not know God. This particular man, is not a child of God, because a child of God will never treat any human the way this man treated his wife. He won't treat any woman the way this woman treated his wife. Because I don't understand. He kept maltreating her, he kept beating her. Like, I just love what Paul NHS said. Divorce is not an option, but if you are tired, maybe you should just watch this video.
My counsel to anybody: if you don't love anybody's daughter, instead of killing them, hand them back to their father. Divorce is not allowed under any condition. But this is what I believe: it is better to be alive and there is no marriage than for you to die because of marriage. A killer marriage is a nonsense marriage. And I'm not talking of physical killing. There are people who can finish their wife or husband emotionally, psychologically, mentally. This woman is a shadow of her life.
Yes, you heard that. You heard that. If you are tired of anybody's daughter, please just take the child, or take the woman rather, back to her parent. Egba, I'm not doing again. Please take your daughter. I'm not doing it. And just go your own way. It's best that way than killing the woman, because how, I don't know, that's so inhuman. What did this woman do to you to warrant such? And I hope that a lot of ladies, their faces are open, their eyes are opened rather, to see this and ignore those things. You see those red flags. You see that this guy is someone that does not respect you in any way, but because he has a way of coming back to tell you that I'm sorry, and you just ignore it, and this thing keeps repeating itself, you feel, oh, in marriage, well, it's because we are in a relationship. When it comes to marriage, it's not going to be like this. It's a lie. Who told you that? What is showing you? See, marriage has a way of amplifying people's attitude, amplifying who they really are. And you will see them, because there is nothing for them to hide. Again, they feel they've gotten married to you, so you will see it displaying. In the name of God, please, let's be watchful. Let's open our eyes. God has blessed us, and God is so gracious to most of us that He makes sure that these signs, we see them. We see these signs, but we run away from it. We run away from it. And that's why we have been advised, okay, if you don't want any case of divorce, nobody is praying for divorce. Nobody ever prays that, oh, I want to get divorced to the person that I'm married to. But in the name of God, take your time before you go into any relationship with anybody. Make sure you talk. See, courtship is not a time that you guys just go and take the paparazzi pictures. You guys just go to fancy restaurants to eat. You go to take wines. You go to visit families and all. I'm not saying those things are not inclusive, but make sure that time is so precious to you that you get to know this person you want to spend the rest of your life with. Know deep things about this person. How does this person relate with his parents? Or how does she relate with her parents? Because it's not just one-sided. We know that there are some women that has made marriage a hell for their husbands. We know that. We are not running away from that. You understand? So I'm addressing both sexes right now. If you know, study those things. Study those things. How does this lady relate to her parents? How does this guy relate to his parents, his siblings? How does he talk about his friends? How does he talk about his exes? How does he talk about those in his workplaces? How does he talk to you? Does he respect you, or does she respect you? You understand? Those are the things that you should look at. You guys are not married yet, and you're already seeing signs of him cheating, and you're still saying, oh, well, you start giving excuses. In fact, there are some people that, maybe I'm the one that caused it, it's because I did this, it's because I did that. It's already playing with your psychic, making you feel you're the one at fault. I don't get it. I really do not. Please, ladies, I am begging you, especially those that are not married, in the name of God, as if you come across this video, if you come across this video, in the name of God, please give yourself a break. If you are in such relationship, just tell the guy that, see, bye, like, bye, I'm done with this. I was in one relationship one time, and see, guys, it was as bad as, if this person should offend me, right, I understand, but I thank God that God gave me brain, because I kept going back. I will keep going back to this person. If this person should offend me or does something, I will say, okay, I'll start giving excuses that maybe I'm the one at fault. I shouldn't have done this. I should have done that. But nobody told me before. I said, guy, you know what? Just stay on your own. Like, I can't. Like, see, I do tell people, I'm not from a place, I came from a place that there is no good, what's it called, there's no good example of marriage for me to look up to. So I determined on my own by myself, I decided that, see, my own marriage, I'm going to enjoy it, I'm not going to endure it. You understand? Like, I want to have, in quotes, a perfect marriage, if there's anything like that. I know we are both imperfect people trying to, work together to have a beautiful home where God can be the center of. But that is just my dream. I want a home that I can be myself. I want a home that I can be relaxed. I want a home that I can feel loved and accepted by my husband, you understand, by the family I'm getting married into. So I really took my time. I had to talk to myself that, see, if this is what you want for yourself, then this guy is not just for you. And you know what happened? When I told him that, you know what, I'm off. This is not it for me. Not for once did they call me. So what does that tell me? It tells me that, well, this person does not really value you. And I'm happy I never made that mistake of getting married to that person. You understand? But most of us try to ignore those things. You just go ahead. You go ahead and get married to the person. Then when the person starts showing you those things, like, finally, this is who I am, which I'm sure this person has already shown you in relationship. The marriage just had a way of amplifying it. Then you start, complaining. You start talking to people. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. Please and please, I'm saying this again. If you are single, in the name of God, take your time. Take your time, be relaxed. See, there is no late comer in marriage. There is no late comer in marriage. The fact that you're getting married at age 35, as long as you are getting married and you are happy, like, you are happy, this person respects you, this person loves you, this person has the fear of God, babes, be relaxed. The fact that you're getting married at 36, 37, 38, even 40 does not mean anything right now. Your happiness matters a lot, because you don't want to have a beast in the house that will be, guys, I'm angry and I can't hide this, really, and that's why I've just been talking so fast in this video. I'm really upset because just yesterday I saw that a woman said she went to the house. I don't know if she's a relative of the late Mrs. NWACHUKWU. She said she went to the house and she had a conversation with her children, the sons. She's the things those boys said. I think I'm going to put the picture here. They gave the mom 2 cars. They gave the mom 2 cars, and this man didn't allow the woman enjoy the car. Sometimes he let the woman walk in the sun. After service, there was one time they even said some bad boys had to, they got hold of her things and all that. The sons were worried that they don't even know how the mom got back home that day. Now, when I started thinking about this woman also, not just that she did a lot of damage to herself, but to her children also. Because those sons, they said something, the children rather, they said something that the father made them believe, I think it's normal to beat a woman, or it's normal to be cruel to a woman or something. But you see, it's not just about, it's enough that she is gone. But when we talk to people about Nigeria, the situation of Nigeria, we say we all contribute to this. And now, these are the children that by God's grace will become something in life tomorrow, and they might be representatives somewhere in the country, and they are already taught not to value women. They are already taught that women should be beaten at every slightest mistake or anything. So you see, those children, their psychology has been ruined. They need reorientation right now, because those children should not just be left alone. They need a place where they can teach them good morals and let them understand that women are not supposed to be beaten at every slightest mistake. Women are not supposed to be beaten at all. Respect should be given to everybody. Respect should be given to everybody. So, aside the woman dying right now, the children, they are going to be facing this. Please, I'm begging yourself in this kind of situation, in the name of God, I'm begging you, enough is enough. Enough is enough. It's better to leave, let the person work on himself from afar. You don't need to be there for him to be working on himself, or for her to be working on herself, because it's not gonna work. Never want to frustrate me. I will continue, but thank God they brought back the light. So, as I was saying, if the person wants to work on himself, some of them are like, they are as good as when they notice you want to leave, they start pleading, please don't go, stay, I promise I've changed, I've done this. Let that person work on himself from afar. You just stay where you are, watching the change. Is the change coming? Because change don't go where they beat our ye. It's change that brought us to this place that we are. Don't tell anybody I told you that. So the change only is different. It's different, or it differs. Guys, you get what I'm trying to say. Change differs. I think there are different definitions to change now, because I just got to understand like 8 years or 7 years ago that there is actually a difference when it comes to change. So if anybody tells you that I'm gonna change, tell that person, please define what is your own change. What's the meaning of your own change? Because it might be different from your own change. That's the situation we are in right now in this part of the world where we are. So guys, back to our story. If the person says he's going to change, please tell the person, don't worry, I'm going to watch from afar and see if you've really changed. Don't stay in that place and watch him do the changing. I am begging you, do not stay in that place and watch the person do the changing. I think I said this in some videos. Guys, when you want to get married, right? Actually, that's the time to walk. That's the time to make sure that your spirit is up and alive. That's the time that you have to be sensitive in the spirit and the things of God. Because, see, forget it. It might just be a week or two to your wedding, and God is going to tell you that, you know what, my baby, I never told you to go ahead with this marriage. You know what, just call it off. Call it off. Because hey, God, just be thankful if you are such persons that have a good relationship with God that way, and He tells you that kind of thing. My nigga, listen to that voice. Do not ignore that voice. Do not ignore that voice. I see people, I'm not saying doing bridal shower. My friends did bridal shower for me and I loved it. I'm not saying don't have pre-wedding pictures. Trust me, I had beautiful, wonderful pre-wedding pictures that I still look up. I still look at, like, and I'm like, uh-oh, that babe is hot. That guy is, you get it? But you know what? Aside all those ones, how are you worrying for this marriage you're going into? See, it's not just the time to be relaxed and say, oh, you know what, I'm flaunting my ring, I'm getting married. It's not that time alone. It's a time for you to sit and look at critically this thing I'm going into. For we Christians, we decide from the onset, like when we know that yes, this thing is marriage, we know that there is no going back. And that's why you are being told, carefully look and be sure that this thing is what you want to do. Carefully, I'm stressing this, carefully, in the name of God. Don't do it based on peer pressure. Don't do it based on people are telling you that, oh, you know what, your mates are getting married, you're not getting married. Don't do it because your parents are pushing into it, because when that marriage comes, you're the only one that will dance to the tune. Whatever direction it takes you, you're the one that will be there facing it. You see, the rest of us will be afar. Those ones that are pushing you to get married, they're only coming on that day to eat the food. When you eat food, you know what? Some people will still tell you that there's too much salt, there's too much Maggi. Some people will still tell you that the food did not go around. Some people will still tell you that why did you serve this particular brand of drink, not this particular one? So you see, there is nobody you are trying to please, because you can't actually please everybody. It's the truth. So that's what we're telling you now. Just be careful. Because if you like to go ahead and you're seeing all these signs, you still want to get married, we'll wear their shebi. We'll wear their shebi. But it's going to be painful if I buy a shebi from you. Like I spend how much, how many thousands, buy a shebi from you, and you now call me, or I see it online, you're not telling me that you're not interested in marriage. But you'll be interested in that marriage because it's either you refund my money. Especially if me, I've even had to discuss with you that, babes, I don't think this thing is possible, or my nigga, see, this decision you want to make, I don't think it's right. Especially if I am kind enough to tell you that kind of a thing, and you still tell me that this is what I want to do, I feel is the best thing for me, then I bought you a shebi, then I'm not seeing it online, or I heard through a friend that you're no more getting married to that person, my dear, you're going to refund my money back to me. Like, forget it. There's nothing like shebi, we are both Christians. See, you will give me my money, because I try to be prudent enough to even advise you so that I don't even spend my money anyhow. That this thing, I have already seen it, that this thing might not just work out between this guy with this thing that this guy is doing to you. You now told me that you want to still get married. You will give me back my money for my shebi. And may God now help you. It's not just a shebi, and I call makeup artist to beat my face. You will not owe me. You will pay me my money. And that's why I'm advising, if you are not married, I'm advising you now. I'm taking my time. You see that I'm talking fast, it's because I'm angry. When I'm angry, this is how I talk fast. So there's no need to just pretend in this video. So guys, I am begging you, if you are not married, you still have, see, God is already talking to you. Watching this video alone is God that is speaking to me, to you. Is God. So don't ignore the red signs at all, and don't ignore this video and say this, she's just part of those that are blabbing. Don't. I'm not blabbing here. I'm passing the real message to you. In the name of God, make sure you take your time before you go into any relationship. And if you're already in one and you're going through all these things that we've said, physical abuse, emotional abuse, and the rest, especially physical abuse, in the name of God, because emotional abuse, maybe you guys can see, talk about it and let the person know that, guy, I really do not understand this thing that you are doing to me, and I don't like it. Please just watch it, or people should talk about it. To some people, it used to work out. The guy might just not know that he's saying all those things because you've not had time to discuss with him. But there are some things that you don't see to discuss with some people, because especially when it's the abusive ones, but you will land in the hospital. You will land in the hospital. I think a word is enough for the wise. How do they say it? Because right now everything is just going off my head. But I think I've already passed my message in a good way to you guys. I'm so sorry if you heard a lot of cars passing and all that. It's because of where I am shooting this video. It's quite close to the road, so please just ignore all those things. And I'm sure that this message was well passed to you all. In the name of God, please, let's be mindful and don't listen to all those people that are out there passing the wrong message about Christians are not doing. See, people are trying to bash Christianity, and as a child of God, start firm as long as you know the truth, and the truth is what? The word of God. You understand? I pray God will help us. Thanks for staying tuned. Thanks for watching down to this part in the video, and if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Please share this video. Don't keep it to yourself. Share it to your friends, share it to your loved ones, share it to those singles that are not married, share it to that your friend that you know is going through an abuse and marriage. Because left to me, trashy, like my destiny. I think eleda is destiny. Can't take all these things. Like eleda me gentle, cruise. Understand? So my leader does not like you, so don't bring it close to me. In the name of God. I've already passed my message right now. So thank you once more. Please don't forget to subscribe, as I said earlier, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like this video. I pray that God is going to help every one of us and heal those that are already wounded. And for the singles, I pray that God will open your eyes to make the right decisions for yourself, for your future, for your children, in Jesus' name. Thanks once more. Bye.